I'm Thomas by Unanimous decision here with Amy Pirnie down in Mulligan. How are we doing today?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Not had long since your fight over in Sweden, but
Sorry.
Obviously line fight 59, split decision win. How did you sort of find the fight and the experience out there?
Experience out there was absolutely amazing. The promoters were awesome. Second time fighting on line fight, first time was in New Mexico. But the promoters, when you go over there, are different each time. It's still run under line fight, but it was under Thompson and Barr management. They were awesome. Everybody looked after us really well, so it was a great experience. Sweden's a beautiful place as well, so that was a bonus. The fight was good, just as hard as I expected it to be. She's ranked like very highly in Thai, obviously. Very experienced fighter and stuff, so it was a difficult fight, but I thought I won it pretty comfortably on takedowns, clinch, and scoring quite well with knees and stuff like that as well. So it was a good hard fight.
Yeah, obviously it took its toll on you a little bit with the foot. People probably seen you having the brace on it for a bit. I think you just chatting before, sort of a hairline sort of fracture or just smallish.
Yeah, so I fractured the fifth metatarsal. Small fracture, not a complete break, so that's a kind of a semi-win in itself. I done that in round 2. As soon as I connected the kick, I felt it go. Didn't tell my coach until roughly about round 4 when it started to swell up really badly, just to get a bit of ice and stuff like that on it. Obviously the ice didn't really do much, but take the swelling down and make it look a wee bit better. Seen the doctor after the fight. He told me then it was probably fractured. Just go home, get it seen to here. I'll actually went to the hospital just to pacify my mum, really, because I'm fighting in a few weeks, and it was just to give her, like, be able to say, like, the doctor says that I can fight, sort of thing. So I had the brace on for a week, and I've taken it off and started training again, which is probably not the best idea, but I'm fighting in a few weeks, so I can't not train.
Yeah. Sort of when you do it so early on in the fight as well, like obviously you're using your feet a lot in the fight, I guess it's sort of tough to, as your opponent probably picks up as well, that like you got that injury.
Yeah, probably. I was kind of stupid enough to keep using it, even though I knew it was damaged. It must be, I must admit, it's the first time in a fight that I've felt an injury straight away. Obviously you get sore shins and stuff like that, which is common, but it's the first time I went, oh, that's not right. But you got to keep trying to battle through it. They didn't notice that at all, because I spoke to them after it and stuff like that, and they hadn't noticed it, so I've obviously concealed it quite well. The fact that my coach didn't notice tells me that it's concealed it quite well. But adrenaline's a wonderful thing.
Yeah, I was going to say it can carry you through quite a lot of especially the pain barrier.
Yeah, definitely, it carries you through it. Like if you didn't have that, you wouldn't be able to take some of the stuff that you take.
Yeah. How did you find like just Sweden as a whole? Like obviously, I guess you don't get too much time to sort of.
Well, we went over on the Wednesday actually, to relax and take a bit of time away from work and stuff like that as well, and do like the kind of final wee parts of weight cut and stuff like that over there. So we actually got a wee bit of time to walk about and see it. Really beautiful place. People are incredibly friendly and stuff like that as well. So it's one of my favourite places I've actually been, travelling with fighting and stuff like that as well. So it's good.
What sort of places have you been to?
This year we've been in Rome, we've been in Albuquerque, fought in Sweden there, and then I'm fighting in Finland. So quite busy this year. Other than that, we're kind of mostly been like British based. Like we've been fighting up and down the country and stuff like that as well. Even though it's been like European opponents and stuff like that, I've been fighting mostly here. This is the first year I've really properly travelled for fights, between infusion and line fight, so it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I can say you're enjoying it because it's obviously.
I love it. Yeah, of course. It's like you get to travel the world doing what you love. You can't really ask for more than that.
Sure. You were sort of chatting there, obviously a little bit of time for the foot to heal and then back at it. Could you just talk to us a little bit about your next sort of fight?
I'm defending my Iska world title, first title defence actually for it, fighting in Finland. It's still the same management team that were in Sweden, so I know it's going to be a really kind of well-run show and stuff like that. I don't know much about the opponent that I'm fighting. I know she's Finnish, but that's about as much as I know. Not really looked into it or anything like that. I've realised now, kind of as you get on, that doesn't really matter if you look into them or not, because everybody changes the game all the time for every opponent they get. And I've found in my last few fights that if I don't have a game plan, I just go in and fight, it works better for me. So I've not really looked much on her. All I know is where I'm going, when I'm going, and what I'm doing, basically.
What date's that one penciled in for?
That is the 12th of October. So 4 weeks on Saturday. Yeah. So just about a month away.
Yeah. You worried about the foot at all? Sort of.
Nah. I can't even remember the last time I went into a fight without an injury. The foot's been broken more than once. I've had stress fractures in my arms and stuff like that. Going into fights and stuff like that as well. So as soon as your adrenaline takes over, you'll be fine. I'm kind of saying to myself, I'll be okay. I'll limit how much I'm kicking with it. I probably won't. It's probably going to be one of the first things that I do is throw right body kicks. So when you're in there, it doesn't really matter. Plus, I've got another 4 weeks, so it should be fine by then. It should be fine.
Sort of saying before on camera, but that you're probably looking at that one as sort of the last one for 2019.
Yeah, I've had another offer, which hasn't been 100% confirmed yet. But I've had 5 fights. This will be my 5th fight this year. 4 of the fights will have been for world titles, 2 new world title wins and 2 defences. And it's all been away from home and stuff like that as well. And you miss things, do you know what I mean? Like, I've been training since January, so I've really had 1 week off to go away with my wee sister on holiday and then come back and back into training. So I've been training for January and I'll be training all the way up to October. So I've a couple of months to recoup and kind of regenerate and spend a wee bit of time, let some quality time with family and stuff like that. It'll be good. Focus on my juniors for my coaching and things like that as well. So
I sort of chatting about it, the money, obviously professional athlete, but compared to say your footballers and things like that, like it's sort of worlds apart in that sort of sense.
It's definitely definitely worlds apart for a footballer. That's 100%. I think for what we do, what we put our bodies through and how much passion the majority of people have for the sport, we definitely don't get paid enough. You're getting in there and you're, for entertainment factor, like that's what people pay for, isn't it? People pay to be entertained. That's what most sports are. People go to watch football, they're paying there to be entertained. It's the same thing, like we are entertaining athletes. Who doesn't enjoy watching somebody going toe to toe? Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't go to a Thai boxing show and not walk away and go, it was boring. Do you know what I mean? There's always going to be at least a couple of fights on the card that are going to be worth your money. So I think in that respect we probably don't get paid enough, considering that we are entertaining and how much effort a fighter puts into a training camp for very little pay is unbelievable. But in saying that, I think if people done it to get paid, they wouldn't fight the same either. Do you know what I mean? Like, people wouldn't put, because it's a job, how much effort do you put into your job, do you know what I mean, in comparison to how much effort do you put into your hobby or your passion or anything like that as well. I'm not saying that I don't want paid more money, but I think if there was big wages and stuff like that, everybody would try. But the people that are really good at it and really passionate about it and not necessarily in it for the money. But yeah, I think we should get paid more. But it's more of who's looking at it, who's spending money to watch you. Do you know what I mean? It's money coming in for them to be able to give money out, and it's just not that big yet, I suppose.
I suppose in the UK, like even boxing and that's sort of taken off a bit more sort of recently with like the pay-per-views and stuff like that, and MMA, but there's not masses of sort of combat sports in general. Like it's not as big as say your footballs and rugby's and stuff up here.
Yeah, I think so. Like football and like rugby and boxing have been there for however long. Do you know what I mean? And it's took them that time to build up. Do you know what I mean? Like especially like the boxing and stuff like that coming through now, and it's more about the fighters and stuff like that coming through in the promotion and things like UFC, how much it's like advertising in your face and how how they're pushing it and stuff like that as well, and how the athletes themselves are pushing it. And I think we just need more time. Like we need more things like this. We need to be seen to be more vocal. Do you know what I mean? And like in people's faces, and that's why like Lion Fight's awesome, because they've got the contract with CBS. So like you're in people's faces. Do you know what I mean? Like people turn on their sports channel and you're there. It's awesome, because that was like Scott Kent was saying that it's football season over there just now, so like American football, so you're literally like in the middle of that. So like there's games on, then the Thai show's coming on for, I think it was 4 fights that were broadcast live on CBS that night. So you're fighting on their TV, and then there's another football game, so they're going to watch it. Do you know what I mean? Whether it's how many people that wouldn't normally turn on for it. So things like that are bringing it up. Obviously that's in America, so it'd be awesome to be able to get something like that like here, like Sky Sports. So it would be, and then that turns into more money, more people watching it, more money comes in, athletes get better paid. So
alright, so this one as well, I guess you just have to like help, as you're sort of saying, grow the sport as well and pick up sort of the new fans and stuff along the way.
Yeah, definitely. Promoting yourself is definitely a big part of it, like social media and stuff like that. It's kind of taking over for athletes. How many athletes pages and things like that are popping up, and everybody's got them now, and it's just trying to promote yourself, promote the sport, and just push what you love, I suppose. The more it grows, the better it gets. Some of the talent that's coming through just now, like for juniors, I was at a show at the weekend and we had some juniors on, and the kids, the tiny wee kids that are so talented is unbelievable, and like they're the future of the sport. Like the people like myself are only going to be here to the time where there is big wages, there is kind of massive developments in the sport, but like those kids are going to be unreal, and they deserve that future, that to be able to go and fight and be a professional fighter for a living. It's hopefully it comes to that. Do you know what I mean?
I guess sort of the biggest sort of promotional, I guess one probably the ones that are sort of starting to dip a bit more into the European market, especially like they've signed up quite a few sort of UK Muay Thai fighters as well.
They've signed quite a few British fighters at the minute, and they're signing more and more females just now as well, because it was really just Stamp and a few girls that done boxing and MMA in it. But they're signing more and more Thai girls now, like girls that are fighting Thai as well. So obviously like that would be ideal to get on something like that, because they are promoting Thai boxing more. And obviously it's better pay than a lot of other promotions and stuff like that as well. And like the way that they televise it, like live on like YouTube and on their app and stuff like that, it's good because it's free and everybody can see it without having to dip into their pockets, I suppose. So I think that puts people off a lot of the time, because it's a sport they don't know. Why pay to watch it? Do you know what I mean? So.
For anybody who doesn't sort of follow one, they put all their interviews, all the full fights, everything on Facebook, YouTube. It's very different to a lot of other companies, but I think awareness is the big one for them. And you were saying earlier with like UK fighters like Amber, who's fighting Amber Kitchen the weekend. just gone, I think. Or the weekend before that, I'm not sure.
Yeah. She's been signed recently, hasn't she?
Yeah.
I think definitely like it is the one to be to be keeping an eye on and stuff like that, and really pushing Thai. I think because they've got like an MMA base as well, people kind of tune in for that, and they just get the kind of Thai in between. So people that would normally just watch like UFC and like mixed martial arts will then get to see a glimpse of stand up as well. Do you know what I mean? So it kind of targets a bigger, wider market. So it's kind of in people's faces a wee bit more, I suppose. Yeah. It's definitely a good way to be doing it.
Yeah.
I think.
With your sort of situation at the moment, obviously you're sort of defending several world titles. Are you sort of signed with anyone like at the moment?
I'm not exclusive to anyone at the moment. No, so I've got contracts for like Lion Fight, and I had one for Infusion and stuff, but I'm not exclusively fighting on them. Obviously, if I did get signed, I'd want to defend the titles that I have. So it would have to be a deal where I can still fight on like Lion Fight and Infusion and things like that, because I don't want to lose my world titles by being exclusively signed to another management team. Sometimes it works like that, sometimes it doesn't. So it would just depend on any promotions that would want to work with me. I just want to fight, do you know what I mean? So I don't want to be limited to what I can and can't do, because I've not got a massive amount of time left. Like, fighters don't really last that long, not when you keep breaking things anyway, I suppose. But I'm 26 and I've been in the sport for 14 years now, and I've started my own business and stuff like that as well, so I'm trying to develop my life as well. And obviously, like, if I could fight forever, I'd fight forever. It doesn't work that way, so I'm trying to get as much in as I can while I'm still able, not physically able, but physically able, and like work commitments, life commitments, all that kind of stuff. So
yeah. Do you put a time frame at all on how long you sort of like to?
I always said 30, but 30 is fast approaching, and I don't think I could give it up in that space of time. Just like 3.5 years doesn't seem that much longer, so it's quite a daunting prospect. And I don't know how many Thai boxers you've said that I'm retired now, my retirement fight, they've come back and had another one, and then the next one's the retirement fight. And like, when I retire, I want to retire, so I want to make sure that I'm done, if that makes sense. So I'm not going to put an age limit on it, because there's so much that can happen in between that time. I had a bit of a gap, like going to uni and stuff like that, so kind of gave myself a break at that point. So that gives me like 4 years that I had a gap, so that might add on to the end of that 30. We'll never know.
Mate, 34.
Just never know. I'll know when I'm done.
Yeah. What would you sort of like to achieve in the rest of the time in your sport? Obviously, you've been pretty high level for.
I don't. That's a hard question. My achievement would have always been to be professional, and then I got to that stage, and then it was to win a world title. I got to that stage, and it was to beat or be the best in the world. And I've just beat one of the highest ranked female fighters in the world. So I definitely think I'm reaching a rank where I'm pretty highly regarded as one of the best female fighters in my weight class in the world. It's not that there's nowhere to go, it's just I don't know what's next, because I've set goals for things and I've reached those goals, and it's like I just want to have fun and enjoy the rest of my career, and just fight who's there. Basically, I've not got not one for going, I want to fight this person and that person and call people out. I just fight who comes to me, and that's it, basically.
That kind of ruined my next question I was going to ask you. Is there anyone you sort of fancy fighting? But maybe that's sort of.
Lomini was the one that I wanted to fight for a long time, and unfortunately, like, I think we tried 2 or 3 times to get it going, and it fell through each time. I was supposed to fight her on Bobby Quinn's Ultimate Muay Thai, and then his show got cancelled. That was all set up so I could defend my SKA. And then I was supposed to fight her in New Mexico at the start of the year, and with visa issues and stuff, I just didn't get to go, so I ended up fighting Sandra instead. And then we eventually got it there. So that was the person that I can only ever say that I wanted to fight. Other than that, it was Dakota, and I've had both those fights, and I won both those fights, so I'm quite happy with that. Other than that, I'm not going to call anybody out. Do you know what I mean? There's amazing girls out there that I would love to fight, and if it happens, it happens. It doesn't, it doesn't. But I couldn't say anyone in particular. I just like to keep going, basically.
Yeah. It's kind of weird because obviously you've, as you're sort of saying, you had goals and you've achieved them. Doesn't affect your motivation at all? Like,
no, definitely not. I just love fighting. It doesn't make any difference to me. The goals are something, like, obviously you need to have goals to want to keep pushing for stuff. But I love the sport that much that keeps me going. I love fighting, I love training. I love the fact that I've got a family out with my family. Because you're in the gym. I'm here 6 days a week, twice a day, most days. And then I'm coaching, training, and I'm also doing like sports therapy and all that kind of stuff. So I live here basically, and everybody else that's here practically lives here as well. So I've got my family at home, and then I've got my family in the gym. And I think that would be one of the hardest things to ever lose if I gave it up, if I stopped fighting and stuff like that. But no, my motivation comes from just the fact that I love what I do. Yeah. I definitely just love the sport, just love fighting.
It's good motivation to have.
Yeah, definitely.
How did you get into the sport sort of originally?
By fluke. So I played football when I was younger. I was quite a tomboy, not changed much. And basically I kept getting injured playing football and stuff like that, so I tried like taekwondo, and I didn't really like it because it was minimal contact and I just wanted to hit people, and I was too rough. I kept getting into trouble and stuff. And my uncle started a new job basically in a construction company where he met my coach, and he started my wee cousin. I came along for a couple of sessions and just absolutely loved it. I got to hit things hard and I got to hit people, and I just really enjoyed it. Wasn't particularly naturally talented technically, but I loved it, and I just wanted to fight and train, and my coach always says I had heart for it rather than skill, and the skill kind of progressed over time, but I just wanted to win, and I don't think that's changed much. Yeah. So that's kind of the biggest things that I've as a fighter, my coach and stuff like that say anyway that I've got is heart and determination is my two biggest things. And I think like starting it, that's why I never ever stopped, because I was never that great at the start, but I never stopped anyway. Saying that, I was undefeated as a junior, so it couldn't have been that bad.
Was there a point where you sort of like, right, I want to take this more seriously, or like look at it as a potential career?
I didn't ever think it as a career. I never really think it as a job. I still don't think it is a job, even though I spend more time doing this than I do anything else. I don't know. I think if you put a title on it as a job, most people don't really enjoy their jobs. Do you know what I mean? Like, they go to a job to earn money, and it's like a means to an end. It's to live. Like, I live for this rather than, do you know what I mean? Like, doing it to earn a living. So yeah, I still wouldn't say it's like my job title. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would say my job title is probably a sports therapist, but I never thought it as a career or anything like that. And I wouldn't say like there was ever a point where I go, I want to take this more seriously, because even as a kid, I was in the gym 6 days a week when I was 13, and I was just like, any chance I could get, I was there. I trained in the junior class and the adult class, and I trained in all the sparring classes, went to all the running sessions, and just I never really changed much. It was from the start. It was just I wanted to do it because I wanted to be the best. I wanted to win everything that could be won.
Yeah.
And that's probably not changed. I think it's just become a bit more serious because the fights are harder, and I wouldn't even say there's much more at stake, because to me it's a win or lose. That's what's at stake. Do you know what I mean? So, I definitely say I've always took it relatively seriously. But as you say now, it's just a bit tad more serious because of the big promotions and the fact that there's money involved, I suppose.
Aye. As you sort of said earlier, you went to uni to do the sports therapy. Was that always something that you sort of seen as a career then, or like?
No, I wanted to do sports coaching, but I was 16 when I left school. I hated school. Not because I wasn't good at it. I got all my exam results and all that kind of stuff. I just didn't like the environment. I wanted to do sports coaching, and then I got to doing sports coaching and realised I didn't have the confidence to speak in front of people. So doing like exams, hard practical exams were hard because it was a lot of people. It wasn't just like one-to-one. So I decided I didn't want to do that anymore. Kind of got into a bit of youth work, and then came back to it and decided that I wanted to learn more about the human body, and sports therapy was kind of related to what I was doing, what I wanted to do, sort of thing. But it was never really like, this is my dream. I actually wanted to be a police officer, but that never really kind of came through. My mum put me off it. She was too scared, so.
Just batter people instead in the ring.
Pretty much, it's not much different, is it? But yeah, so it was never really a path that I decided to take. It just kind of happened that way.
Yeah. So. I suppose you got that, and obviously this gym as well. Like you're talking about, like obviously, like professional sportsmen. It's for everyone. It's not really a career you can keep going past like your 30s and 40s and stuff.
Yeah, coaching side of it's really rewarding, especially you've got young kids and stuff like that coming through. I enjoy the coaching side of it. I've not really I've dove into it a wee bit with the kids and stuff like that, but I've still got my safety net. My coach is still here. He's still coaching with me and stuff like that, even though he's getting old and that now. But he's still kind of there to help me deal with the kids and stuff like that. So doing bits and bobs with that. They are super rewarding to work with. The kids are so cool. When you can send them home to their parents and you don't have to do anything else other than the fact that you're teaching them a really cool sport. Yeah. But yeah, probably more try to have my own fight team and stuff like that when I'm done. Whenever that is. But when I'm finished, I'd definitely like to have my own fight team and stuff like that, and have my own facility. Maybe not quite this facility, but something a wee bit different. I'd like to do like more strength and conditioning side of it, because I found that that's one of the best things that I've done recently in my career, was working with a really, really good strength and conditioning coach. Relentless strength, obviously.
Oh, it's same with quite a lot of the boxes. I think it's just sort of training smarter, and like it completely changes you. It's all about percentages in sport, and like just getting that little extra edge.
I think so. Like Ty's always hip pads, train bags, spar, run, and I think that's kind of like that's not really changed or developed in time over in Thailand. Probably more so just because of opportunities and stuff like that. But I think in Britain more and more people are working with strength and conditioning coaches. They're doing more to get that edge over every opponent, not just like people people from Thailand or anything like that. But I definitely felt where that was one of my massive areas of strength and one of my opponent's weaknesses. When I fought Lomini was I was just much stronger, especially in the clinch and stuff like that. When you say like kicking power was much different, but like in terms of clinching and stuff like that, I definitely had the upper hand on that, and that's all thanks to my strength and conditioning coach. So yeah, it's definitely, I'd love to have my own gym, but with a strength and conditioning facility as well. That would be the dream.
Good stuff. Shout out for sponsors, obviously big help. When we're saying sort of the money's not the biggest like in the sport to help.
Yeah, so I've got quite a few sponsors who cover basically all aspects of what I need. The one that I would say I work with the most is Relentless Strength. Craig Cameron, he took me on roughly 2 years ago, and he's my strength and conditioning coach. I train with him twice a week. He programs and stuff like that for me, and he's been the biggest development in my game in the last 2 years. And I actually couldn't thank him enough for what he's done. He's awesome. He's totally transformed the way that I train and how my fighting's took off. I get supplements from Spartan Protein. They're pretty awesome as well. Just for like recovery after strength and Thai and all that kind of stuff. So they're there for me as well. Scran 73. So I get all my meal prep and stuff like that, which is great because obviously like running my own business and training and coaching and doing everything else takes so much time. So standing on your only day off prepping all your meals isn't ideal. They are spot on with setting macros and helping me basically cut all my weight that I need to cut, and just basically keep me fueled, and it's really good food as well. And Cad at Musclebound, he helps me out with all my equipment and stuff like that, like shin pads and anything that I really need. Kind of Cad's there for. He's a great guy and his stuff's second to none, so he's awesome as well. So I'd just like to say thank you to all those guys for all the help.
Good stuff. If anybody is looking to sponsor you, what's the best way to get in touch with yourself?
Via Instagram, Facebook. I have my own personal Facebook page and I've got a coaching page. You can also contact my coach, Rob Isaac, through Facebook or anything else. And I've got a website as well, just amypirnie.com, and you can send me an email and stuff like that through that as well.
Good stuff. Well, listen, thanks for your time, and hope the foot heals all right, and sure, catch you after the next fight.
Yep, thank you very much.